We're truly excited to be before you tonight. We're going to make it do what we do, so let's sit back and relax and enjoy Dr. Lola. I'm so excited to come before y'all. Trying to get something to make us bounce a little bit. Give a shout out to the Spring Lake Sigmas, a Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. We're going to throw the hoods up and let you know what's going on, my brother. I'm excited to be here because we have an awesome show planned today. I am Dr. Lorenzo D. Smith, and there's been an introduction already provided, but let me just say I'm happy because this is Marvelous Monday. Straight talk, no chaser. And we're going to focus on another relationship challenge, which is understanding unhealthy relationship. The website, if you want to go and check us out, is WDSW Radio, the internet station, 23.wit.com. You can chat with the host by joining as a guest on StreamYard, and you have a chance to go to StreamYard.com/TI32 ACQ, and the rest will pop up, which will be DER. So you got a chance to check us out, and you can be live and you can share your thoughts. I have up spaces for up to about 10 people to come in and join me live. So I would appreciate that. We're going to have a panel coming up in the future there. We're going to have the individuals invited, and you have a chance to come on here and share your thoughts with us. Also, if you want to share your opinions, your stories and examples live with me in the world on Facebook.com, Big O Live, and TikTok Live, and that's Dr. Lorenzo D. Smith. And let's back it up, Dr. L. D. Alberto Smith. See, I be want to go get my other name. I got the government name. I'm trying to get it out. Dr. L. D. Alberto Smith. On Instagram, we're partnering with the Brothers of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, Zeta Phi Sigma Chapter of Greenville, Alabama, and their handle is Z Squad Green Road 1981. That's IG. You can check them out. Super Live at WDSW Internet Radio, Tango.com. It's WDSW-radio-14059. Then you have Twit. Have an opportunity, Dr. L. D. Alberto 2017, and YouTube, where you can subscribe and be a part of our network and our channel. That is the Smithway Enterprises. So we ask you to jump in wherever you can, jump in where you're fitting in, wherever you feel comfortable. We just want to give you an opportunity to be a part of what we're doing at the #1 internet station. You got to understand, we're the first to take the radio station to the internet. Now, I know everybody said, well, all other radio stations, yeah, but they're going to have a base and they're going to have a local set, but they won't be broadcasting on 8 devices, social media sites at one time. We're the first to attempt this and doing this. We've been doing it truly for actually with the different social media network for the last 5 years. But we started out in 2017 with one device, and now we stand with 15 or 20 in front of me right now, behind me, everywhere you go. God just bless you. When he gives you the vision, which he gave me this vision by lying me down in the Green Pasture, which was in my bed at that time down in South Florida. I was living in Sunrise, Fort Lauderdale, and he said, I have something for you to do. And I said, what is it? And he blessed me with this in my spirit to come and do what I'm doing with WDSW Radio, the internet, the #1 internet station. Our on-demand episode, where you can go back and check it out, which is audio only, are available on Apple Podcasts, Stitchers, Pandora, Spotify, and Amazon Podcasts. You got a chance to go listen to our show. We really appreciate you because we can see when you sign on, tag in, let us know you're there. So we truly thank you for taking the opportunity to be a part of it. Again, as we mentioned, WBSW Radio, the number one internet station, have listeners. Now, when I say repeat, is WBSW Radio, the number one internet station. Now, let me tell you something about it. Has listeners and watchers in 56 countries and on 6 continents. We're an interactive platform. You can join us by typing in a comment. The comment, which will be number 1, and said, I want to join you. 1 tells me you want to join what we're doing. So you can on whatever social media site you're on. I know a lot of times individuals sign in and they sign in and say, invite you to be a guest or live guest. But when I go and click the invite button, a lot of times individuals don't activate or they may no longer be on the line. Just got to understand, you got to hang with it. We're not going to just, as soon as you jump on, we're going to hit you. We're going to allow you an opportunity to be a part of our format, then we'll move forward. We're also excited about giveaways that we do. We want you to register for WBSW Radio giveaways. What we give away is book bags, hotel stays, 3 nights, 4 days, 5 nights, 6 days, internationally and domestically. We also give away gas cards, food vouchers, gas vouchers, car wash detail, as well as movie passes too, as well as book bags. On another day, we handed out a book bag we gave to one of our winners from the raffle, and that was Katrina Roper Smith. Let me get that right, because that's what it was. Katrina Roper Smith, one of our listeners, also on Mary Ruth Restaurant down in Georgiana, Alabama. We thank you so much, Katrina, for being a part of our show. Let me give away to King_Smart. We also want you to know that you can register to be a part of our giveaway by sending your name with a means of transaction. And I'm going to share why we're asking for the means of transaction. When you send your name, you can put one of these means of transaction: Bitcoin, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, along with Zelle, some people say. You can send it to at LorenzaDSmith15@gmail.com. Let me say hi to some of these people that have joined. I want to thank each and every one of you all taking time. I noticed I saw Kelly Lewis on there. Thank you so much, Kelly, for joining us out of the great state of Georgia. Thank you so much, Kelly, for being here supporting. I know this is not the first time. I've seen you many times supporting what we're doing. Thank you so much, Kelly, for taking time to be here. As I'm talking, I'm hitting some of the like buttons, the thank you buttons, and whatever you need. When I say send your name and means of transaction, what we do is in that same raffle container, we shake it up. You could have won a prize yesterday. We shake it up and we pull your name out, send you in through raffle. But just to receive what we call our love offering. See, our love offering is what's coming from our heart. It doesn't matter whether you win something or not. We're going to send you from $5 to $100. We're going to send it to you. We didn't say 5 and 100, but within that means maybe 5, might be 100, might be 50, maybe 20, maybe 10. It's whatever we send. We want to send to you based on the means of transaction along with your name that you sent to us. So truly thank you for supporting. We want to give back to you because you're taking time, and your time is very important. I do not take for granted the time you're spending here, whether you're on for 1 minute or on here for 20 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour. As long as you are, we thank you and we appreciate it. So we want to give back to you. Even if you haven't sent in, you can type in the comment section. You can type in your name, and if you want to be a part of the means of transaction, you can type in a Cash App, Bitcoin, or all of them are, Venmo, or a PayPal or Zelle. You can type it in, or you can email it to me, LorenzaDSmith15@gmail.com. As we move forward, I want to share with you some things that are really important that helps us all as well. We ask you to sow a seed of $1. $1 with the radio station. That's WBSW radio station. By sending it through Cash App, $1. Might not get 93% up, 93 cents, but send that $1. We appreciate whatever. That's the minimum. You send it to LorenzaDSmith15 gmail.com. That's our PayPal. Our Cash App is Lorenza D. Smith without the 15 and the rest of it goes along. Again, Cash App, Lorenza D. Smith, Lorenza, D as in David, Smith, or PayPal, it will be Lorenza D. Smith 15 at gmail.com. See, if you send that $1 sow a seed with us, you also will have the connection to register for our giveaway. So you have the email to do that. So if you really want to get advantage of it, if not, if you don't want to email it, type it in as a comment. As we move forward, we want to talk about you supporting us through what we call monetizing. On each of our networks, you have an opportunity to monetize. So I want you to take advantage of the monetization we have, whether it's on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Big O Live, Super Live, Tango, and YouTube. If you're on TikTok, I'm asking you to send me a like on all of them, send a like, but also go and you can purchase a badge, a flower, you can purchase a diamond, you can a star, you can subscribe with us, you can get a heart, you got and a like. There's so many other things you can do. If you want to push confetti to celebrate, thank you, we'll celebrate with you. If you want to push the hat, you say you like the old hat, thank you so much. We push the hat, but donate how you see fit. Monetize what we're doing. So thank you so much for being with us and being a part of what we're trying to do. Our title for tonight's show is Understanding Unhealthy Relationships. What I want to take this opportunity to monologue just we really know what healthy relationships are. Sometimes we add in front of unhealthy. You know what healthy is. Sometimes we struggle with unhealthy relationships. In essence, we understand it as being toxic. Relationship where there's no respect. You're in a relationship, you lack the ability to communicate. You're in a relationship where that person is physically abusing. That person is substance use that's causing abuse. These things are just the start of an unhealthy, toxic relationship. Well, there are so many other things that we get caught up. And I always tell people, you must vet the individual that you want to spend time with. If that's the person you want to spend your time with, vet them enough so you can be comfortable. Don't let that first tier of a healthy relationship or any relationship called a social state lead you to go overboard. And the next thing you know, you have given up part of your spirit to that person because they made you lust. They made you feel good. They made you tingle inside and you know nothing about them. The ideal is for you to find out about individuals you're about to give your time and your energy. As we look at this monologue, we always talk about time and energy. See, healthy relationship, those individuals understand the value of time and energy. See, you control time and energy. No other person, no more than our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ can control the time and the energy because he will control you because he has a plan for you. If it requires you to be resting, that is a point of getting yourself fit so you can do some other thing, put the greatest effort and energy in. But what you have when you wake up in the morning, when God bless you to wake up, before you put your floor, you say, thank you, Lord. You don't have to go any deeper into it. Just say, thank you, Lord. Put your foot on the floor. Your time schedule is controlled by you. So why do you allow yourself to get caught up in what they call lusting or in what we call a hookup ideal or caught in an ideal of casual where you are not able to justify in your own heart why you're doing this or in this relationship because you truly don't know anything about that person. So you're in an unhealthy relationship. So you need to make sure you understand your time and your energy determine whether you're going to be in a healthy relationship or an unhealthy relationship. Whether you're going to be in a toxic relationship. because you now controlling what I want to give that person my time. Do I want to give that person a part of me that I think I should just hand out? See, this is a temple that God has blessed you. And inside of this temple is that ideal and a thought process of how good is my heart, how good is my soul, where I can be able to vet the person I'm going to spend my time with. My time is important. It's one of the things in my organization, one of the 12-inch rules we have, number one, is time value. See, you have to value time. So if you go into an unhealthy relationship and you are continuing encountering abuse, you're continuing encountering disrespect, you're continuing encountering things that you know you're uncomfortable, you control how far that relationship goes. See, a lot of times people say you can't get out. Yes, you have challenges for some people. Sometimes you in too deep because you allow yourself to be from the beginning the person that saw the lust and saw the excitement and saw the tingling, and you allow that to go forward. He might see the person as someone you want, but you know what? Just because you want them, don't mean you have to put yourself completely there to get them. You have to do the work, and they have to do the work. You have to be intentional. They have to be intentional. You got to vet that person. The thing that gives you that great advantage in every person is that you have what we call, the majority of the people, if not 99% of the people, have what we call a cell phone. See, that supercomputer allows you to vet that person on the spot. You don't have to go home and sit on a desktop anymore. You can vet that person, taking their name, if that person gives you the right name, and vet them to find out. And somebody said, well, you need to talk to them. I tell you what, if you vet them and you see the information before, then you determine whether you want to sit down and ask those 500 questions. Are you willing to vet the person to have a healthy relationship? Are you comfortable with having consistent unhealthy relationship? One thing about it, they say, if you were in an unhealthy relationship and you never heal, just remember those skills that you attain from that relationship will go with you and travel in what they call the baggage you're carrying with you. So when we're talking about understanding unhealthy relationship, we need to take time to look at what does unhealthy relationship mean? What is your meaning? What do you see unhealthy relationship as being? I just gave you some things that some people say characteristic, could be traits, but this is truly an unhealthy relationship meaning. See, unhealthy relationship is always characterized by power imbalancement. You know, imbalance of power. See, that's one of the things that kicks everything off. You will run across someone who wants to be manipulative, wants to dominate, wants to control. That's an unhealthy relationship. So it's imbalance of power to the point where you're not able to communicate effectively with that person because that person is so aggressive and they're so selfish, they're not able to hear what you're saying because they want to be in charge. So a power imbalance. The next thing is the lack of respect. I said that earlier. The lack of respect. Never be around people. I don't care what relationship you're in. Whether it's romantic, whether it's work, friend, family, that you allow people to disrespect you. If they have a lack of respect for you, that means they truly don't care about you. What you have to be intentional about having conversation. Put into your conversation with that person. What is your definition of respect? Then how do you put respect into operation in your relationships or in your life? What is respect to you? What's disrespect to you? These are the kind of things you have to talk about Poor communication. When you meet people, I guarantee when you go beyond the associate lust stage, if you can get out of that stage, meaning you meet them, find out who their name is, and you say, I have an interest, I want to come back, you move to the acquaintance stage, you give them information where you all can connect. Just like a lot of times people on social media, they might be on a social media site and IG, but they want to go to a more private, more personal site. WhatsApp. Go to that one, or they want to go to Telegram. See, they want to go. That means that now they want to be acquainted with you. Everybody's not going to offer you that because we're talking about poor communication, and they feel like communication is not just us just talking. It's us being able to act and listen. It's us being able to put what we heard into the right perspective. And if we're not able to do that, we're going to have a poor line of communication. Behavior. See, we have poor behavior. You should never accept poor behavior from anyone. You should say when you see it, recognize it, keep in mind if they show themselves in that manner, believe what you see. And I always recommend run as fast as you can. Because I can tell you the more you stay there, the more opportunity you're going to get that same poor behavior. People show you the sign language. They want to be in power. They want to be in control. Sign language applies to people when you say something and they don't like it because they want to control the conversation. You're saying something opposite from them. They shame you, which is the S inside. They insult you, the I. They make you feel guilty for even saying what you said. And in the end, inside is need to be right. If people show themselves, that behavior will create a lot of problems for you to be in that relationship. See, when they got poor communication and their behavior is poor, that erodes trust and well-being. Trustworthy is something we work to build by our actions. Our well-being is making sure that we are stable, mature in our physical, mentally, emotional, spiritual, and financial well-being. See, those five are the five I put out in front, but you have two more that many talk about, which is social. How do you get along in the group? And psychological. Those are the well-being that you have to focus on. But the five I mentioned first, if they are being challenged and to the point where they're eroding from the relationship, you have to make a decision. Decision whether I'm going to stay or I'm going to go. That's the decision you must make. But once you see trust, honesty, and your well-being eroding, this leads you to a feeling of fear, which is an emotion. An isolation, you don't really want to go anywhere and be around anyone. And disrespect, because what happened is the person going to think it's okay to disrespect you. Because you know what? They don't really like you. See, I have to be real with you. Those people don't like you. They tolerate you. They tolerate you because they can get something from you. They are manipulators. They're getting you to be supportive of everything they're doing. They get you to agree with everything they're doing. They feel like they can talk to you the way they want to talk to you. They lack respect for you. You set boundaries, they break the boundaries. These are things you have to make sure you look out for if you are encountering or where you want to understand an unhealthy relationship. This is WDSW Radio, the number one internet station, have listeners and watchers in 56 countries and on 6 continents. I'm excited to come. I am Dr. Lorenzo D. Smith. Our show today, and the title of the show today is straight. The show is Straight Talk, No Chasers, but the title is Understanding Unhealthy, Toxic Relationship. Are you in a unhealthy, toxic relationship? Let's give a shout out to our first sponsor. That is L&T Starworth Lawn Service, LLC. Seems like it's trying to get in. Let's give a wave at the Zeta Amica,
South Central Alabama,
Tampa, Florida.
If you need to call, contact Tony. The number is 334-300-7401, or go to Facebook and type in Anthony Starworth. Check him out. Check out the lawn service. He's gonna make it do what it do.
L&T Starworth Lawn Service and Medicare Experts of South Central Alabama. You can connect with Mr. Starworth by going to Facebook, type in Anthony Starworth, DM Anthony, and ask him exactly what area he serves. He's based in Central Alabama. That's his main area he's working out of, 3 or 4 counties. But give him a call. You never know what he will react and tell you. And his number is 334-300-7401. As we move forward, I've shared with you some things about unhealthy relationship and what will be a meaning of it. You may have your own meaning. I ask you to sit down and write down your definition of unhealthy relationship. What does it mean to you? Now, in there, you should see some common characteristics of the unhealthy relationship. The common characteristics is power imbalance, as I said earlier. See, one person exerts more control over the other, making decisions without input or respecting boundaries. Power imbalance. Are you in a relationship there's a power imbalance? Lack of respect. I've said that a couple of times in the meeting. Disregard for your feelings. A disregard for each other's feelings, opinions, boundaries. That's including disrespect, belittling, or making someone feel small. Give a shout out. I'm going to say Jesse James just joined us. Thank you so much. We got Pamela Doc Thompson, 520 that's joining us. And we got Fatal Zeta Girl of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated, Betty Dixon joined. I want to give a shout out because they got an invite up there. If you just give me about 3 or 4 more minutes, I'm going to invite each and every one of you that I see up on the board now to be invited. And I'm going to invite you again. You got 2 minutes to share your thoughts about unhealthy relationship. The next thing that's so important is poor communication. Difficulties expressing needs. And I'm going to hold it right there because, see, God is going to bless you with what you need, not what you want. See, one is a desire. A need is something you must have. So what we have to keep in mind when we're trying to express ourselves, we must be able to communicate. That's why I think it's important. Once you get out of that first tier, which is an associate loss, that exciting, that tingling stage where you see someone, they make you tingle, till you get to the acquaintance. If you choose to take the next step, acquaintance, a tier, that's when you need to be intentional. You need to be able to communicate with people. So you have to be able to let them know what you need, what you're looking for in that relationship. See, if you say, I need a favorable outcome because all of my relationships in the past have been favorable. Now you got to say, what are you looking for? What is your favorite outcome? My favorite outcome is that I want to be in a long-lasting, committed relationship that get me to the point where I can be married and be happy. If they say, well, I'm looking for the same thing, you're on the right page, but you still have to have conversation about it. You have to continue to share your opinions about it. You have to share really your emotion, meaning your feelings about it. You have to make sure you get a clear understanding. Because if you don't get a clear understanding, you know what comes out of not understanding or misunderstanding about people and their feelings and through communication is resentment. See, people can show you resentment quicker than they'll show you their understanding. Once they get mad, they begin to fall into what they call their emotional state, and they show their feelings. Their feelings of resentment towards you because you did not communicate with them effectively. And you have to make sure you communicate effectively. Now, the characteristics, as I said, are unhealthy. See, effective communication is healthy. See, unhealthy is poor communication. Control and manipulation. If you've been in a relationship and someone has been trying to control you, trying to do what they want to do, and they don't really care, they just go make decisions, don't include you in the decision, you got a situation someone want to control you. See, they may think that if I do it this way, if I bombard that person with what I want to do, he can't say or she can't say no. Yes, you can say no. All they're trying to do is manipulate you. And once they get away with it one time, they're going to try again and again. Because it say in control and manipulations, one person attempt to control the other action, thoughts, and behavior through manipulation. That's unhealthy. Lack of trust. Omission of something in essence truth is a lie. That's dishonesty. Some people work in that way. They'll tell you part of it. But here they are omitting something because they know that would be detrimental to the survival of that relationship. So they are dishonest, and we're just going to call them a liar. That's what they are. And I'm amazed that our scene in this country now, people can quit to lie. Don't hesitate. And the old saying, they can stand up there and be urinating on your leg and trying to tell you it's right. It's amazing where we are. And no one is excluded. No party is excluded. No people are excluded. We all not being honest like we supposed to be. So the statement I encountered when I was in a relationship about 10 years ago, the lady cared to me because of her past history. With God, she would say, all men lie and cheat. I said, maybe all of the men you've been with. See, I'm not going to accept that from me. I have no reason to lie. I have no reason to cheat. May have done some things in the past that I asked the Lord to forgive me for. But don't tell me every man, because you have never been with every man. There's about almost 18 million males, about 8 million males, and you can drop it down. Compared, because there's only 14 million of us, so you vice versa, 18 million females, 8 million females and 6 million black males. I'm talking about black males now. I'm talking about black Americans now. I'm not talking about everybody. So you can't say everyone because you haven't been with everyone. I was saying you got them junkie behaviors. You got those behavior that's not acceptable. They're dishonest, they're liars. They keep a lot of secrets. Or infidelity. These things can erode the trust and create a sense of insecurity. A sense of insecurity. That's what it creates. The lack of trust. Emotional abuse. Using words or action to hurt, intimidate, or control the other person. This includes gaslighting. Have you been involved with gaslighting? I want to say gaslighting. You know you're shooting crap. And you know it. Guilt tripping. That was what I call the sign language. The G in sign is guilt tripping. More or less, they try to make you feel guilty for who you are and who you are. Emotional blackmail. Have you been in a situation where someone tell you, well, you're not showing the emotion that a person should, so you're not stable enough, and they try to blackmail you so you can show the emotions. We show our emotions different, especially from gender to gender. We're not all the same because we weren't created the same. So don't expect one gender to act like the other gender. If you're doing that, then you're creating a challenge in your culture that will destroy your culture. You should never try to force one gender to be a certain way. So emotional abuse. Physical abuse is unhealthy. That's using physical force, such as hitting, slapping, shoving, and throwing objects. Sexual abuse, forcing or pressuring someone into a sexual activity against their will without consent. The highway somehow right here, we got them jumping and moving pretty fast. Thank you so much. That's sexual abuse, financial abuse, controlling, manipulating someone to access their money or resources. Access their money or resources. That's financial abuse. You're only with them because they can buy you something or buy you what you want. There may be someone out there willing to do that. But I want you to seriously consider. This is unhealthy. Because what goes around comes around. And you may encounter it. The next form is isolation. You'll encounter many of the things I mentioned before. So you go into an isolation. You go home, lock up, don't go anywhere, don't come out. So you prevent, if you're with someone that's preventing you from being around people like family, friends, and other support systems. Go to church, why are you going? All they're going to do this up here. That's abuse. They are lacking the well-being to be a healthy person. Jealousy and possessiveness. Excessive jealousy and possessiveness often lead to demands for control or loyalty tests. Have your loyalty ever been tested? If so, then it is part of an unhealthy relationship. Guilt and shame. Goes back to sign language. Actually, when gave you, and I'm going to add at the end, the one that sums it up about the sign language, as I said. See, I talked about the S is shame, the I is insult, the G is guilt, and the last one is need to be right. People don't have a problem when things don't go their way, shaming, making you feel guilty. This is a way to control and manipulate you. Constant conflict and argument. Some people create argument so they can leave and disappear. They are constantly putting challenging situations in your relationship. They're creating conflict, never have a solution. They like arguments. Every relationship will have, I call a healthy debate, which will be an argument. No marriage go without having an argument. No one who would live in a marriage for 50 and 60 years haven't had an argument. Is whether or not, or either conflict, you have a solution to it. As we move forward, the lack of support. See, one or both partners fail to provide emotional support, encouragement, or understanding. Put yourself in their shoes. Somehow, some of us, and a lot of us, walked in the same shoes because it's been the pathway through life. Dependency and codependency. See, one person becomes overly reliant on others for validation, approval, and happiness. Feeling unsafe and uncomfortable. Fear. We experience fear, anxiety, and a sense of unease in the relationship. Feeling drained or unhappy. Constantly feeling drained, unhappy, and emotional depleted after spending time with your mate. Lying and dishonesty. One or both parties consistently lie and withhold information, which is called omission. Still a lie. And the one I want to relate to is a need to be right. That is unhealthy in a relationship. You need to be right. So you hold on to your thoughts. You hold on to your end and say, I need to be right. You want to get the last word in. You need to be right. And that's where your problems come in. You're on the verge or you're not in an unhealthy relationship. I'm Dr. Lloyd D. Smith, excited to come before your WDSW Radio, the number one internet station. This show today is Straight Talk, No Chasing, where we focus on issues that's in our community, from block by block, and also from grassroots level to up. We're excited because the show today is understanding unhealthy relationship. In other words, toxic relationship. Let me give a shout out to a couple people that joining us and they're making requests to come on live with me. And I'm hoping they are ready to come on. And I'm trying to hit this high. We have Trina Trend has requested as an invite. So I'm sending Trina an invite. So Trina, if you want to come on, you can share your thoughts about an unhealthy relationship. We got 2 minutes, and we're going to stay within FCC rules. I'm also going to invite Sherry. I think I pushed Sherry. Also, it's Mahogany Muse. Thank you. Those 3 have been invited because they made a request to be invited. Thank you so much for making that request. Whenever you get ready to come on, let me know you're going to come on. We got a couple others I want to invite. Is that Let 69? Thank you. I'm going to say hi to is Rodis White. Thank you. Linda Smith. Thank you so much. Mika Meeks _Meeks B. We invite you as well. Fatal Zeta girl, we're inviting you. Pam Thompson, we're inviting you to come on. We're sending the invites out. We're sending them out. And we truly appreciate hit that again. That is Keedy, is that Khadija Murphy. Thank you so much. As we move forward, we will see if those individuals want to join us because they asked for the opportunity. We'll give a shout out to our next sponsor, TriStat LLC, Mr. William Scott, the consulting firm that meets your need. The consulting need.
TriStat LLC, the best consulting firm that meets your consulting need. The owner, Mr. William Scott. Contact number 334-320-5438. Or you can go to Facebook and type in William Scott. Mr. Scott and his team can meet your consulting need from helping to administrate, put the presentation for your grant so you can gain a great opportunity to be awarded in the next grant cycle. Mr. Scott will make you do what it did.
Excited that Mr. Scott has entrusted us to advertise his business. That's TriStat LLC, the consulting firm that meets your need. Offices in Selma and Montgomery, Alabama. The number to connect with Mr. Scott, what he does is his organization can research and help you administrate the grant you've been already awarded. And what he's going to do is work with you to help you administrate that grant, then put the final presentation at the end of the grant cycle with you, doing it together so you can present. He also will go along and help present as well. So Mr. Scott, this team is available. The consulting firm that meet you consulting me. As I give his number, give him a call. That's 334-320-5438. TriStat LLC. As we move forward to looking at our next two focus topics dealing with unhealthy relationships, I want to give a shout out to a couple of individuals. Dre Baby joining us. We got L, like Doc, Blimp. Thank you so much for joining us. CEO Killian, thank you. English with Ross, thank you so much. We also have Fran, thank you so much for joining us. We got Ane, thank you for joining us. Those a couple of them I just want to give a shout out that's listed there. Dee Miss Swan is joining us. Thank you so much, Dee for jumping in. Karen, thank you. Kilpatrick, thank you so much for joining. It's Maru. Is this Maru? Thank you so much for joining us. Trina, I may have shouted her out. I think I may give an invite. Nikki, thank you. No, I didn't. But we'll invite you, Trina, if you want to come. Michael Coy, thank you so much for joining us. Sherry Ellison, thank you. William Townsend, thank you so much as well. Joanne, Kim Meek, thank you so much. As we move forward, we want to kind of focus on being able to recognize unhealthy relationships. Here are some ways to recognize unhealthy relationships. Listen to your gut. That tingling feeling you have when you be lusting at someone, listen to that same tingling that and say, let me think about it. Is this tingling right or wrong? You always have a gut feeling about something. Listen to it. It lets you know when things are unsafe. And you have to trust your instincts. That's listening to your gut. Pay attention to your patterns. Pay attention to patterns. Look at recurring behaviors and dynamics that's consistently harmful. You have to watch for things like that. Seek support from trusted friends, family, and professionals. I mean, talking to someone you trust about your concerns. I always recommend getting a professional to talk with, because yes, our family and friends always they're in our corner. You may need to have a different opinions so you can kind of see the whole picture. Remember that you deserve to be treated with respect and behavior. Sorry, respect, and always making sure they are in the point of showing that they are concerned. So in essence, kindness coming there. See, when you're kind, you're concerned about people. Respect and kindness. No one deserves an unhealthy relationship. No one deserves an unhealthy relationship. We all deserve a healthy, long-lasting, committed relationship with family, with friends, romantic, on your job, at your church, in your community, and your organization. You need to have a healthy relationship with those people. It shouldn't be that you're drained every time you round them. Just remember that you deserve to be treated with respect and kindness. You deserve it. Do not let anyone treat you with disrespect. Do not let people show you that they don't care about you. If they can't be kind, it's hard to be anything else. Be careful about those people because when they show themselves, believe what you see. And I always tell people, run as fast as you can. That was amazing. I had one of the listeners on here. They were on one of the social media where you can send messages to people. And they said, well, in the past, people gave me a second chance because I know how I acted. Fine, that's good. That's you. But I'm not telling everybody else to do that because when people show themselves, show they're manipulative, they show they're abusive, and they don't have trust, they lack trust. When they show you things like that, you have to make a decision whether you're going to stay there. See, it's human nature to say, well, we'll give them another chance. But see, that chance could be detrimental to you. You're now sorting your skills of dealing with relationship. When I say that is if you ever been around welding or been around people on automotive, they sort of wise, sort of metal together and everything. So if you sit down and sort of that into your life, then you're gonna have to take some work and some time to get that out of your life. And sometimes it's a little bit harder than when you say it. You have to make sure you understand. It's important that those people you keep as far away from them when they're unhealthy. Then you have to know that you have the right to leave. No one can force you to stay. It might be a challenge for you to leave and leave like you're supposed to leave, but you do have a right to leave. You don't have to stay there and take that. When they show themselves, believe what you see. That's why I was beginning. When you show themselves in the acquaintance stage, believe what you see. I don't care how good everything else is, but I'm telling you, when they get away with it one time, they're coming back two times. If they had a chance to disrespect you then, they will disrespect you again. They have a chance to abuse you, they're going to do it again. Because they haven't got any help to correct that. See, there's no correction there. You giving them a second chance is not a correction. They have to have a support system. That means that they have to get into a program that's going to help them. They're going to have to seek a professional or just seek someone that is part of a support mechanism. So you have to make that decision that you're going to leave because you have a right to leave. Don't stay somewhere where people are abusing you, disrespecting you, trying to make you feel guilty about who you are. People do that. They try to make you feel guilty about who you are. God has blessed me. I'm a child of God, not a child of man. So you can't do anything to me. You have to put your trust in our Lord and Savior. As we move forward, we'll give a shout out to our next sponsor, which is Mary Ruth's Restaurant in Georgiana, Alabama.
Come join me at Mary Ruth Restaurant in Georgiana, Alabama. I'm excited to be there because it's the best southern cooking in South Central Alabama, located at 261 State Highway 106 West Georgiana, Alabama. Come and visit and talk to the coroners. That is Marvin Smith and Katrina Walker Smith. You'll give them a call. You can at 334-549-0950. If you want to go to Facebook and check them out, you go to Marvin Smith and also Katrina Walker Smith. Oh, it's a ball going on down there at Mary Ruth Restaurant.
Mary Ruth's Restaurant, Georgiana, Alabama, located at 261 Highway 106 West, Georgiana, Alabama. The best southern cooking in South Central Alabama. If you're traveling, we still have people on spring break. They're recent spring break. If you're traveling in northern coastal Florida, in essence, you're going to northern Florida. You can go to Fort Walton, which you know is famous as well, Daytona Beach, Destiny, and all the various beaches down at Pensacola Beach. You're going to travel down 65. You're coming from the north or you're coming from the east. Atlantic East, Midwest, coming, you take 65, you go down through, you come through Alabama, you got Georgia, and stop in and give them a shout out. That's a chance where we get a chance to talk with the co-owners. That's Marvin and Katrina Roper Smith. You can give them a call at 334-549-0950. Thank you so much. We got a lot of things flashing up. People want to go to flashback, capture the moment, and so on. We got new messages. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. It's been awesome. We're going to share some things with you. We just got a few more things we want to cover right quick. We want to talk about unhealthy relationship, what it really look like. We have to really take the things we encounter in our life to determine what a toxic unhealthy relationship. At some point, we have been in one. Each and every one have been in one, some way, somehow. It doesn't matter what age it was. It don't matter whether it's romantic, family, friend, work. It's been unhealthy. You can consider when you're in a community or organization, it's unhealthy. So you need to be able to know what it looks like. You know, but you don't really think, because at that time you was in that mindset of giving individuals second and third chances. You got to understand an unhealthy relationship, the majority of time is built on power and control. See, in the beginning, unhealthy relationship might not seem like a big deal. It is. What's going on in the beginning is indication how it's going to end. You know, as an educator, former educator, it can either be in pre to secondary level, and now on the post-secondary level, the college level, postgraduate level as well, working in education. I always try to tell people that when you see unhealthy things, then you have to recognize it from the beginning. Like the whole saying in education, how you start is how you're going to finish. So start off strong so you can finish strong. But if you start off allowing people to disrespect you, abuse you from the beginning, it may not be physical, it might be emotional, it might be financially, it might be spiritually. It don't always have to be physical. It don't always have to be mental. It could be the other ones. What you have to do is make sure you recognize that, and don't say it's not a big deal. It is a big deal. Don't let them lie by omission, because a lie is a lie. Don't allow them to do things that will put you in a bad situation. Truly, I want you to make sure you focus on, as you know, they're popping in, like keeping people want to call in. Now that's just the way it is. But we don't use the call in line. It's just the phone that we use for recording. When people that have unhealthy behavior, like insulting you, yelling, put down, shoving, pushing, and other abusive behaviors are unhealthy, they are unhealthy. Those behaviors, those things that are, so they are a big deal. Don't allow yourself to fall into that trap to say that it's nothing. It is something. If they're showing you disrespect, it is something. Because you deserve to be respected. See, a healthy relationship looks like where someone, the people that, the other person you're in a relationship, your partner, your mate, your spouse, whoever it may be, they respect you. And if you think when someone disrespects you, you're in a healthy relationship, you got a problem. You need to now start focusing on safety because that's what's coming up next. Because in essence, they're thinking they're controlling, they're manipulating you. They feel like now they can abuse you. They can feel whether it's verbal, nonverbal, or they feel like they can disrespect you. They can yell at you, curse at you, shove you, do all those things. I'm telling you, what's coming next is you want to fear for your safety. And if that's going on, talk to someone you trust. Let them know these things are going on. Or you contact a support service that can provide you an opportunity to get the best counseling, reach the best therapist, even to the point maybe a psychiatrist, a psychotherapist, licensed clinical social worker. You got to get to someone that can give you some information that's going to help you. You have to have a personal safety plan in an unhealthy relationship. Because if you don't have a personal safety plan to address physical safety and emotional safety, this could be really detrimental to your life. That's how serious it is. It ain't time to joke around. Understand that when your safety is being challenged by the person you are sharing your life with, it is time for you to come up with a plan to address how you're going to remove yourself from that situation, physically and emotionally. The bottom line is you need to come up with a way where you're going to truly say that I have to leave this. I can't stay here because this is dangerous. This is dangerous. You have to leave that relationship. Sometimes you have to find support legally or with law enforcement. You can't sit there and continue to let those individuals do this to you. Let's give a shout out to our next sponsor, Magic Design and More.
Awesome design work, t-shirts, cups, whatever novelty items you want. Contact Magic Design and More, where their slogan is, there's a touch of magic in everything we do. The owner and operator, Gina Thomas, and the number to contact Gina is 205-257-1584, or email her at Regina, Regina, Thomas, Thomas, 78 @gmail.com. Check her out, check the business out, and make it do what it do.
That's Gina Thomas with Magic Design and More, where they want to serve your needs whatever kind of t-shirt, what kind of screen print you're requesting for whatever event is coming up this the rest of the spring and the summer and even the fall. She can help you. But what you need for you to do is go to reginathomas78@gmail.com, and that way you'll get an opportunity to communicate with Regina, which we call her Gina. Thank you, Gina. She said it was all right to call her Gina. That way you can talk with her and see how she can put you in a better position so you can truly be successful in getting what you need done. So let's take time to make sure. Now, the number you can call her at is 205-257-1584. She's ready to serve you right now. That is Magic Design and Book. Thank you so much, Ms. Thomas, for supporting what we do. As we move forward, we want to look at the difference between healthy and unhealthy relationship. We got about 8 minutes, and we want to quickly touch this and how to end an unhealthy, toxic relationship. First, a healthy relationship, let's start off with that, can provide support, love, and connection for you and your partner. Give you a chance to be healthy. A healthy relationship involves communication effectively. A healthy relationship involves honesty, trust. Also, you loving yourself. It allows you not to be disrespected. A healthy relationship is all about having respect. Now, unhealthy relationship can be damaging and negative impact on the individual well-being. And I say that because it's important that we understand that when people have a lack of trust for you, have lack of respect, have poor communication, and do not support you, this is a mark of an unhealthy relationship. And trouble is brewing. And a lot of times, these unhealthy relationship is built on simply not being able to trust one another, jealousy, not able to deal with conflicts. All these opportunities you need to look at. See, when people insult you, have jealous accusations all the time, yelling, putting down, shoving, pushing, and other abusive behavior, these are unhealthy and disrespectful things that occur in an unhealthy relationship. Address it. How do you end this? Because it's important that we know how to end it. What we have to do is ending an unhealthy relationship requires careful planning. You have to have an exit plan, but you must plan it. How you going to get out of it, where you need to go, who you need to seek, so you can know how to do it. You don't have to be thinking about it. Get emotionally prepared for it. There's a way to emotionally prepare yourself for it. And what you need to make sure, your emotional well-being is stable and mature. If you have a mind of chaos yourself, it's hard to fight off unhealthy and toxic relationships. Then you must seek support, counseling, a therapist, a psychotherapist, just a support group of friends and family. You have to seek something that's going to allow you the opportunity to move toward healing, because you're out, now it's time to heal. And these are some steps to help you potentially get that emotional preparation, set up a careful planning, and seek support. Recognize and accepting, or recognize and acknowledging the unhealthy dynamic. You got to recognize. That means identifying red flags, self-reflection, seeking external perspective. Build a safety net and a plan. Develop a support system, financial planning, emergency plan. Be direct and clear. Choose a safe setting and set boundaries. The next thing is to cut off contact and focus on healing. Limit the communication with that person. Seek professional help. Prioritize your self-care. Reconnect with people. Learn from your experience. Dr. Roderick, thank you so much for joining us. Dolly Girl 7, thank you. This is Tella Sherry, thank you so much. It's Rosie dot Moon. Rosie dot Moon. Rosie dot Moon. Thank you so much. You have to make sure you're able to use the limit communication when you no longer want to be around that person. If you notice something when you in a relationship, and once that relationship, you cut free from the relationship, you notice you're not thirsty to talk to that person anymore. That's a sign of you moving toward limiting communication. You got to prioritize your safety. You have to prioritize your self-care. Learn from that experience. Don't sit around and say, well, I ain't learned nothing from it. You learn something from it. Anything you're in, you're going to learn something from it. And I'll give a shout out. I said Dr. Roderick. It's Dr. Roderick Taylor. Thank you so much for joining us, sir. Thank you for jumping in. We have to make sure that we understand unhealthy relationship, which is the title of the show. See, the thing about an unhealthy relationship is that we want to believe that the person can change. That's the biggest thing that keeps people in there, gives people a second chance. They think the person can change. I just believe when people show themselves, believe what you see, and keep it moving. Don't stay there thinking they're going to change. Because if they're going to change, they will change even before that point. Making the effort. They're not making the effort because they know what they're doing. So we have to make sure we don't stay there believing that the person can change. We don't need to stay there and say we believe that we need to stick around because we know they just might change one day. But they also may continue to insult you too. So you think they're going to stop insulting you? They're going to keep doing it because they're getting away. We have to also keep in our mind, before a person can change, they have to want to. Abusers are oftentimes in denial. See, they in denial. Terry Williams, thank you so much for joining us. Also, Danielle, thank you so much for joining. So you invite, maybe you want to come on. Just think about when people are in denial, they can't control their emotion, which is their